Here we have 3x to the fourth minus 2x squared minus 3 all over x plus 2. And the question says, if we change that into a plus b over x plus 2, what's the value of b? So what we're doing is we're going to be dividing the numerator by denominator using the long division. And a is what we call the quotient, or the answer that we get by dividing, and b is going to be our remainder. Here's our setup. Again, we have 3x to the fourth plus 0x cubed. Notice there is no x cubed in the numerator, so we have to go ahead and put in the 0x cubed so that the division will end up smoothly. Minus 2x squared plus, again, 0x, because there is no x to the first power in the numerator, and then minus 3. First step, take that x and ask yourself, x times what gives us 3x to the fourth? And the answer is 3x cubed. So we take that, multiply to the x, so we get 3x to the fourth. And then we need to do the same, multiply to the 2 as well, where we get plus 6x cubed. And then here, what's important is that we're going to be subtracting the 3x to the fourth from this 3x to the fourth, which of course will be 0. And then 0x cubed minus 6x cubed will give us negative 6x cubed. So remember, we're subtracting. And then we're going to bring down the next one, which is negative 2x squared. And here we go again. Ask ourselves, x times what gives us negative 6x cubed? And that's going to be negative 6x squared, where we multiply the negative 6x squared to the x, where we get negative 6x cubed. And again, we're going to be multiplying the negative 6x squared to the 2 once again. So we end up getting negative 12x squared. Keep in mind, we're subtracting, so that negative 6x cubed minus the negative 6x cubed cancels out. And then we have negative 2x squared minus the negative 12x squared. This is where you have to be careful. We end up getting a positive 10x squared since we're subtracting, and this turns into a plus 12. Next, bring down that 0x all the way down. And then we ask ourselves again, x times what gives us 10x squared? And the answer is 10x. So we take that 10x, multiply to the x, we get 10x squared. 10x times 2, we end up getting plus 20x. Once again, we are subtracting, so then the 10x squared cancels out. 0x minus the 20x is going to be negative 20x. Finally, we're going to be taking down that negative 3, put it right there. Again, x times what gives us negative 20x? And the answer is negative 20. So then we get negative 20 times x is negative 20x. Negative 20 plus 20 will be negative 40, where we subtract. Then negative 3 minus the 40, or negative 3 minus a negative 40 will be a positive 37. So the 3x cubed minus 6x squared plus 10x minus 20 is our quotient, or that's what a is equal to. And then the 37, or the remainder, is what b equals to. Then, what's our final answer? 37 is going to be our final answer.